clicked on the video. First of all, welcome back, and you know where this is going. We're just going to do a quick review of this movie. This is the second movie of the Super Jurassic Summer. First being Jurassic Park, which was a fail to me, so that's 0 and 1. And I'm just gonna say this movie is a 7.6 right now, 83%, 92 on these different websites. I do not agree with any of these ratings. So let's just get into it. First thing is I do not like this movie. I don't know if it's because I'm comparing it to Zack Snyderverse or just this movie as a whole. I didn't really like his Superman because at the end of the day, Superman is supposed to feel, that guy, the one that can end all be all. Yeah, he goes through the trials and tribulations, but he's the one he's the end point. And at this movie, or at the beginning of this universe, he's not the end all. He's not the solution. He didn't have any memorable scenes. He wasn't the best. He wasn't even the third best character of his own movie. I don't like his suit. He's constantly getting beat up, and but this might be the most beat up Superman we've ever seen. The movie literally starts, and I'm not joking. Him in the Yamcha pose, like that's how the movie starts, and I mean bloody to a pulp. I've never seen Superman bleed so much in this movie. So and Superman in general. So he's definitely definitely a weaker Superman than we're used to seeing. And that's all I have to say about him specifically. He wasn't the best. I didn't like him. He had no memorable scenes. His own dog was better than him in this movie. I'll go here to Lois. His this Lois was okay as a Lois. She might have been a better Lois than Amy Adams. I will say that, but I don't like her relationship with him. Like as a character, she's fine. When we bring up all the different Lois Lanes, but her relationship to this Superman might be the absolute worst I've ever seen. She's constantly like diminishing him. If you see in the movie, she's constantly bringing him down. She knows his true identity, so she knows he's constantly putting his life on the line every day. Every Lois Lane we know of, even in the cartoon versions, when they have time to spend together, they they make the most of it. This one, if anything, she just argued with him just so he can leave. He says in this movie halfway through that I love you, and she doesn't say anything. And then she waits till the end of the movie where he puts his life on the line for the seventh time, I think, in this movie, not in their life. Then she says, I love you. And I think it's this scene here where she says it, because that's the end of the movie. And like, she's just taking him for granted. It's almost like she's using Superman as a podium to make humans better. It's like she's more or less saying, you need to be better so we can be better as humans. And I understand that from a outside point of view, but at the end of the day, you have a romantic relationship with him first. So I think you should put that first. Like I said, I don't want to dwell too much, but she's okay as a Lois, but I don't like their relationship. Uh that was that. So let me just continue on to what else is important in this movie. I'll get there in a second. You know what? Let's just do Lex. Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor is not my favorite Lex. He is definitely a fine and great actor. He was not the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen. I think the best Lex Luthor so far. I mean, I did like Jesse Eisenberg. I like how he was actually insane and hated Superman. This dude does hate Superman just as much, but he kind of needs Superman. It's almost like a Joker thing. He like needs Superman. Other Lexes want to kill him. This dude just wants to go back and forth with him for fun. I don't know. He was great. Nicholas Holt did his job, but they wrote him to be smart and stupid at the same time. This is a Lex in this movie that had nanites. Um, he was starting wars. He had unlimited amount of soldiers. He cloned Superman. I mean, the villain of the movie, he cloned Superman and made them fight each other, right? But you're telling me you didn't know that Clark Kent was his real name? You didn't know that this guy on the street that wears glasses is the same like how stupid is this Lex Luthor at the same time? By the way, this Lex Luthor is constantly opening black holes, putting the entire he literally rips the planet in half in this movie and says, well, we'll have some place to go. That doesn't even make sense. He literally put the planet and everybody in the entire universe in this movie to die just so he can have a reason. Not he has one just to have a reason to kill Superman. So I don't really like this Lex in that way. I mean, they wrote him kind of jokey. I mean, yeah, I don't know. His little minions weren't that even good either. I hated the girl. His little girl minion. The Justice Gang, easily the best part of this movie. Let me get this out the way right now. She sucked. Isabella Merced is a great actress, but her as Hawk Girl, absolute terrible. Let's just move on. Let me get. Can I zoom in? Can I zoom in? Okay, my phone is just tripping. Anyway, right here, Guy Gardner, second best part of the movie. My phone's tripping. Anyway, Guy Gardner's the guy to the right here. He played Green Lantern, second best part of the movie. He was great. He did exactly what the character was. He did everything we wanted. I wish it would have gave him more screen. I would argue you can give these three people their own movie and it would do better than Superman. They were better than him in his own movie. They did more than Superman in his own movie, and they were better than. They did everything better than what Superman did. Probably didn't need to be in this movie. He was great. Um, Mr. Terrific, the guy to the left here, was great. Right here, the guy was great. He was the best part of the whole movie. He did more than anybody else in this movie. He was the only person that actually cared about human life. He did everything right. He was the only one to making smart decisions. You know, this is the James Gunn verse. We need smarter people. This isn't Zack Snyder is a pretty smart verse, but this one is stepping up to be a little bit okay. It's just this movie in general just had way too many characters. I understand that James Gunn started his own universe, but this movie, comic book wise, introduced like almost 20 plus characters. And it's a lot to flesh out. Not anybody gets enough screen time, and Superman got too much of the screen time because he wasn't even great. I'll just leave it at that. But right now, I don't like this movie. I'm not excited for the James Gunn DCU. So far, again, as the Super Jurassic Summer, we're 0 for 2, and I'll come back when Fantastic Four drops.